About uncirculated or AU condition. We call them super sliders at times just to keep the vernacular clean for all of us. As referenced before, there are probably 10 coins in the Morgan Dollar series, 3 or 4 coins in the Peace Dollars series that we spend a lot of time hunting for. These two, wow. This is where it all started for us looking at alternative grades for value. So again, in our opinion, and maybe many of yours as well, even though there are 70 points on the grading scale, it's broken down by 3 simple categories. Beautiful circulated coins, which can be a VG8 to a VF quality, a VF20, just a beautiful circulated coin. Then there's the other extreme, which is that beautiful uncirculated coin. The one we all want, it's just a function of how rare is it and can we afford it, right? And then there's the coin that's in the middle. It slides there, close to the unk. It's technically called an about uncirculated coin, an AU condition coin. But when I am talking about uncirculated coins, or am I talking about uncirculated coins, it can be a little confusing, and we never want to mislead anybody on the coins we're talking about. So we're talking about here, we use the term super slider to let people know, for us it's AU, 53 to 55 grade. The challenge always is where does that coin value go? Where is an AU? Is it closer to a circulated price, even though the grade is way further on the curve, or is it closer to the uncirculated price? These two, the poster children in AU coins on the drastic difference between circ and unk. And now where can I find a slider? Where can I find my AU? Where can I find my placeholder coin to work from?
So 83S, we're at $299.95 for that slider. That coin in uncirculated condition is going to run you about $1,700. The 84S, we're at $499.95 for this, what we call a super slider. That coin with our competitors in slider is about $1,700, and that coin uncirculated will run you about $10,000. Now, we're starting with Chapter 3, which is the value reference to the grade. Let's go back to Chapter 1, and we'll tell you about how these coins are just not out there. You just don't see them. They made 27 S-mints between 78 and 04. Now, earlier in the program, the average mintage was about 10 million. First 5 years averaged about 10 million. 79 was 9 million. 80 was 9 million. 81 was 12 million, et cetera. 1883, 6.2 million, and 1884 only 3.2 million. So lower mintage figure right off the bat, that's Chapter 1, then their average of 10. The second part of the story is populations. How many coins have been seen? And we go to the grading reports from the grading services. Every time they bring a coin in through their doors and they look at it, they put it on their reports, no matter what grade it is. So in all grades, they've only seen 6,900 1883s and just under 10,000 1884s. For a comparison, another S-mint, 1880, they've seen 168,000 of them. So it's a low mintage, way under average, and the populations both under 10,000. That's why these are very, very special coins.
So then you get to the last equation, or the last part of the equation, the way I look at it anyways. And that is going to be looking at what is a circulated coin selling for in the marketplace today. Now, the last time we had these two up, and we're out of stock right now, we were at $69.95, and it was a beautiful homogeneous coin. Our competition's at that 113 to 119 range. Not bad, okay? Not a bad placeholder. But then the jump to unk. What is the jump? And this one's like getting on a roller coaster, and in 15 seconds, you've done 3 or 4 curlicues. I mean, it's like zoom, right? This one goes to over 1,700, and the 84 goes to over $10,000 an unk. That's the massive jump. So that's why we look at, for these two, again, the poster children, the ones that started this, wow, there has to be a better way. How can we afford a great collection and then have to give up 10 grand to get one coin? Now, we all want to have that coin, don't get me wrong, and many of us possibly could afford it, and that's a wonderful thing. but many of us would love to have it and we can't afford it. So what are the ways? What are the options? And the options are looking for the AU condition, because today the AUs are really close to circulated, right? They're not 1,700. Well, our competition's over 4. We're at 299. It's not over 10,000. Our competition here on AUs is in the mid-teens. We're $1,000 less on our sliders, our AU condition coins. So we love this category, and whenever we can find beautiful looking coins that we look at it quickly and say, wow, I want to look at it again. That means gotcha, right? That means that's an AU coin. When you look at it once really quick, and then you got to look at it again to see, is this really the unk I thought it was? Now, on this one you can see the outside edge, little traces of wear. So when you do this for a living, when you see a lot of coins, many of you probably have seen a lot of coins, you can look and say, yeah, I know that's an AU. That's okay. Also, then that's not a $10,000 coin.
Right, if you're putting together or you're working on an uncirculated set of Morgans and you want, and the 84S, grab the super slider at $499.95 versus a $10,000 uncirculated coin. Let's put a 30-second clock up, please, guys. And again, on that 83S, where the uncirculated will run you $1,700, and that coin is missing from your unk set or your slider set, it's a great time to grab it and put it in there at $299.95 for the 83, $499.95 for the 1884. They're beautiful, beautiful super sliders.
Love them. Again, we don't make up the category. Don came up with that phrase years ago. Say, I keep on bumping into about uncirculated coins versus about uncirculated as a coin. We got to change the vernacular. And that was his phrase, and we've stuck with it ever since. It makes sense to us, and it's just an easier way to explain it. So that way nobody's confused. These are AU 53 to 55s. They are a phenomenal value when you take that next jump to unk. $1,700 to $10,000 on these two pieces. That's special.